Joshi and what he has to say.
Thank you for that introduction, Melissa. And I guess the podium moves now, so that's an advancement since when I was here. So good morning, esteemed faculty, distinguished guests, proud parents, and last but not least, board siblings. It's a tremendous honor to stand here on this commencement occasion to congratulate the brilliant, talented, and accomplished Columbus Academy class of 2024. Welcome to the first Academy commencement speech written entirely by ChatGPT. Just kidding, I tried. ChatGPT is actually pretty terrible at writing speeches, but I'm sure you guys already know that. It's a beautiful day on the quad today, right? This morning, Google News actually let me know that 6 planets aligned. So according to astrology, if you're so inclined, or astronomy, you're off to an auspicious start. And I was sitting in these chairs 10 years ago on a very similar day myself, with a mix of excitement, accomplishment, and coming off a massive case of senioritis. I genuinely thought that my junior speech would be the last time I'd be speaking in front of an Academy audience. Thankfully, because no one had video back then, there's no evidence of my first attempt at public speaking. More importantly, there's no evidence of me wearing a suit that was 2 sizes too big. While Academy has grown and expanded beautifully, some things remain wonderfully the same. Some of my teachers back then, by the way, were full-on adults at the time, are still here today. They must either really, really love the place, or the coffee must be really good. Mr. Warren still greets students, grinning ear to ear as they walk into school. I saw John doing that about 30 minutes ago. And by the way, one of the great pleasures of graduating from Academy is that you're now allowed to call your teachers by their first names. It still feels awkward to me today. I can't always do it. Apparently cell phones are banned from campus this year, which is a controversial decision. I'm sure your class is pretty torn up about it. I can relate to your loss. I also did not have a cell phone when I was on campus. But it's clear this place has also changed for the better. You have a state-of-the-art fitness facility with amazing equipment that rivals college campuses. We had a barn. We used to go wild for chili day. Now you guys have like your own garden and kale salads. You eat better than Google employees. And you have a community dog named Nelson. Lucky guy, I bet he eats organic food too. Beyond the advancements in Chile, I'm most impressed by how Academy has continued to evolve as an institution. You have more resources, there are more ideas and more opportunities than ever. It's very clear just looking at graduation today. There's no question this is a better place than when I left it. Graduates, today culminates 13 years of schooling. It all started innocently with Tinker Toys in kindergarten, gradually escalating to 12-page papers and calculus equations. They got you. But it was all worth it. Here you are, now equipped with one of the best academic foundations in the country, ready for life's next chapter. Academy teachers love to tell their students that this is the hardest they will ever work. In many ways, it's true. So congrats graduates, the worst is behind you. You might work harder during college and grad school finals, studying for the MCAT or LSAT, or on your startup, or on a painting, but no one from now on is giving you homework for every single day for months on end, and demanding that you also go to class for 9 hours. And to top it off, some are reading. I can't believe it, they still do that. On a more serious note, this class has been through tremendous challenges. Class of 2024, you hold a unique distinction. You began high school amidst a global pandemic, facing Zoom classes and uncertainty, instead of bustling hallways and homecoming. To the parents and families gathered here today, I commend you for your unwavering support during those unprecedented times. High school may have not been what you initially imagined, but you adapted, you persevered, and you emerged stronger. I commend everyone here for their part in leading to this inspiring day. And before I continue, I'm so impressed by the many accomplishments of this class in all areas of life. The awards, the grades, the championships, and the leadership positions you earned are incredible. They are a legacy to build off of. However, in this day and age where the world is more competitive than ever, I want to make another point. Everyone experiences setbacks. Not everyone who graduated today got into their dream school. Not everyone won a championship. Not everyone won an award. And despite that, I can tell you that life is long and life is full of second chances. If you want it badly enough and harness your energy, a series of new accomplishments will await you. What you did in high school should help shape you, but it should not define you. I'd argue that my first real entrepreneurial venture and my proudest academy legacy was starting our Habitat for Humanity chapter in 1997. Mrs. Benning, thank you for all of your assistance with that. Today, that legacy lives on with the Empty Bowls program, and the partnership between the Service Board and Habitat lives on. Service continues to be an important part of my life, and that of countless others because of Academy's great efforts in this area. My entrepreneurial endeavors eventually led me to retail and e-commerce, and I believe my passion for retail comes directly from growing up in Columbus. I mean, this is a city that named its arena after a furniture store. In a world where we held prom at the limited headquarters and we have one of the nicest malls in the country, retail was calling me, and I didn't even realize it. But my path to entrepreneurship was not a straight line. I had to start up in college and pitch to travel out during business school. After I got my MBA, I worked at a huge advertising conglomerate where I convinced my firm to make an early investment in a growing company named Facebook. For those of you who are unfamiliar, it's TikTok for old people. And I kept going. In total, I started 5 companies that failed before Saatva, names that no longer exist. But each experience, each failure, taught me something invaluable or led to something else. They taught me resilience, resourcefulness, how to create frameworks, and the importance of failing fast and moving on. In your journey ahead, you will undoubtedly face obstacles. Remember that these challenges don't write the story, though. You do. Embrace each setback as an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to become stronger. And now to mattresses. From a young age, I always knew that I would be a mattress giant, or at least a mattress king. The truth is that not in my wildest dreams did I think starting a mattress company would be what got me to this podium. Seriously, when I started working on Saatva, I think my parents' friends thought I was sewing the mattresses in my basement by myself with my own 2 hands. That, or I completely wasted my MBA. But I immediately knew that if I found the right opportunity, regardless of how random, I could learn and execute. Call it irrational confidence, can-do energy. The idea for Saatva came from a simple realization. The mattress industry was ripe for disruption. At that point, the mattress experience felt about as stale as buying a printer cartridge. The websites weren't that much better. We wanted to reinvent all of this. In the end, we took an incredibly boring category and made it exciting. And we made it better. Better in every area. Better product, better customer service, better logistics, better for the environment, better value, and a better price. We didn't start with fancy showrooms or national distribution. We bootstrapped with no venture capital and a heavy focus on data from day one. And it turned out we were the first of an entire movement of companies, the retail revolution. Now there are direct consumer brands all over. If you go to a top retail center, you'll increasingly see more next generation brands like Warby Parker and Marine Layer. Today, Saatva is one of the largest e-commerce brands in the country, selling over 200,000 American-made mattresses annually. To put that in perspective, that's about how many Accords Honda sells in a given year. And we're launching stores all over the country. Easton, I hope to see you soon. And yet, in so many ways, I feel like my own journey is just beginning. Even now, it feels like I'm building a plane while I'm flying it. From my foray into commercial real estate development to helping produce my first movie, the ever-evolving challenges are the best part. It's never too late to start something. Learning is a lifelong process. And now, for some words of wisdom. As you stand on the doorstep of your next adventure, I want to share some advice that has served me well. First of all, create a good study playlist. It will make working on a paper late night feel a lot more epic. Trust me, you'll need it. In fact, I wrote this speech while listening to the same playlist I started building over 27 years ago. Tom Petty still goes hard, even though most of you have never heard of him. Here's a quick one. Taco Bell is a treat, not a meal plan. When you get to college, don't be afraid to strike up conversation. There's no such thing as being too friendly or too kind. When you start college, introduce yourself to everyone, to people in line, to people in the cafeteria, to people in the hallway. Everyone is just as new as you are. It's amazing how those early connections can blossom into lifelong friendships. Case in point, I learned yesterday that my friend from college that I met during orientation is actually in the audience today. The world is small. And with this, never underestimate the power of serendipity. I call it la fluida, the magic, the flow. You never know what happy accidents enter your life if you are open to the world. Being open will create doors you never knew existed. Cherish opportunities, nurture them, and let them grow. Stay true to your values. Your values are what you do while no one is watching. In a world that's constantly changing, your values are your anchor. What truly matters to you? Whether your personal life or your professional endeavors, they define who you are. Create memories. Remember, life is more beautiful when you remember it and create those memories daily. Even if you're up for studying late for an exam, enjoy the process. And finally, be grateful. This is one to remember. Every night before you go to bed, think about things you're grateful for that day. Even if you have an uneventful day, it will motivate you to find the magic in something small you might have overlooked. In closing, to the class of 2024, the world is vast and filled with endless possibilities. And now it's time to put what you learned into action. To that effect, stay curious, play in the rain. Embrace the world with open arms and relentless optimism. I can't emphasize that enough. Relentless optimism. The best way to predict your future is to create it. The final result might not look like you imagine. In fact, I'd argue it will not look like you imagine. But some dream will become a reality. Revel in the potential, the positive, and remember, life is a journey, not a destination. I wrote that quote in my yearbook 27 years ago, and it still rings true. Congratulations, graduates, on your remarkable achievements. I can't wait to see where your journeys take you. I wish you all on the next adventure. Thank you.